This video is made possible by the following sponsors. Make sure to check out their awesome products in the links below. Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to Project Cars 2 for another video. Today we are back in VR because VR in Project Cars 2 is a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm going to be driving Historic Spa, which is an awesome, fun, scary circuit and an awesome, fun, scary car, the Aston Martin DBR1. Now the DBR1 is a race car from the very late 50s. Big bias ply tyres, lots of sideway action, manual H-button as well, so lots of work around here. And this circuit, if you've not driven Historic Spa before, you are definitely in for a treat. So we're going to be doing a 4-lap race today against 19 other AI cars, making up a 20-car grid. And I've thrown in something a little bit special for this race, which you guys will see as the race unfolds. Also, super subtle sponsorship is super subtle. On board in our DBR1, then looking down at the legendary Eau Rouge Radeon complex. Such a steep hill on the way down, away we go. First gear engaged, and second almost straight away. Nowhere really to go there with that start, as the 18 car's a bit slow off the line. Up into third gear, now coming down towards Eau Rouge. Just looking to the inside, 18 car, very forceful on the inside there. I'm really just forced to almost take these poor bollards out, which I'm totally not doing on purpose now because it's fun. Now over the top of the hill, all 51 comes flying over there. It's really forced us to go tight on the inside. We're sort of boxed in now, 47 in front, 51 to the left. This would be the camel straight nowadays, but at the moment it's not looking that much of a straight, is it? More of a series of left and right-handers. Fourth gear, look to the inside, make sure no one's there. 47 a bit slow in front. There's a 51 again, he's come back through. Now this is where the historic circuit differs from the modern circuit. We go left instead of right here. Down to second gear, look to the outside. 47's there on the front one, nice and early. A little bit of oversteer. 47 gets a good run off the corner though, side by side. Oh, we almost touched there. I'm forcing him right to the outside. He slows right down now for a very fun, very fast left-hander. A little bit of a slide through there. 4-wheel slide is best wheel slide. Good run through it. 51 slow. 3 is slow as well. Going to use that momentum. Try and grab inside of both of them. Coming up to this very long, very difficult right-hander. Down the fourth gear. 3 goes round the outside. Still there. Car still behind me as well. This corner goes on for ages. Big cloud of smoke in front. Someone's messed up. No, it seems to be good. No contact for us. Now we'll get on the brakes a bit through here. Very easy to go understeer off to the left there with a big ditch. Big slide on the way in. Love the big old 4-wheel slides. And again, using the brakes just to pitch the car in there. Big elevation change in this version. Interesting to see because the RF2 version has no elevation change there. Well, it's very minor if there is one. And now on to the back straight. Going to get into this number 3 car, slipstream, try and gain a bit of speed. Up into 5th gear now. Car in front just pulling away slightly, even with this slipstream. Looking ahead, seeing how many cars are in that big gaggle. Quite a few. I'm not sure how many places we've gained. I can see in the background though, cars starting to gain on both of us, getting a double slipstream no doubt. Try and break down the 4th gear through the left-hander. Oh, contact from the 6 on the way through. He barges his way through there with a fast left-hander. Not something I'd recommend, especially around here. And we wouldn't see any of that sort of move back in the days of this racing. A lot more gentlemanly. Of course, bearing in mind these guys' lives are pretty much on the line at every moment they're in this car. Car is just a bathtub full of petrol. If you go off into the trees, you're going to be having a very hot bath. If you get my chest, I get a big nudge from inside. Oh, off he goes, off he goes. He's having a hot bath in petrol. Don't know how he managed to get that. That scared the hell out of me there. Big tug on the force feedback. Isn't good for my rib at the moment, but we just about managed to keep it in one piece, that guy, and not so lucky though. But that was Stavlo there going through. I was busy trying to centre myself after that contact of the yellow car to mention going through there. Coming up now what will be the back straight on the modern circuit. Take a little bit of a detour though. We go left a little bit here. Again, just using that curve on the inside to try and... No, maybe I think I should be in the 5th a bit earlier here. The car runs out of torque in the higher RPM, so I think we do benefit from taking 5th a little bit earlier than happy. Maybe about 5,500 RPM or getting near to 6. That's what we want to change. 19 cars a bit slow through here. You can see the tyre marks here through the grass where people just grab that grass on the inside there. Fire engine to the right there. You want to go back a couple of miles, mate. We killed the yellow car back there. Up to the inside. I love the detail. I love being able to look and see the guy next to me. It's such a cool sensation. Just makes VR wholly worth it in my opinion. Take 5th gear now, trying to use a bit of that torque. He's going to come back at me, it seems. Gonna have to have a dab of brakes through here. We can't go through here too wide. 19 car somehow manages to keep the car in one piece through there. Now this is Blanchimont. Oh, a bit of a biff for the guy in front. Come on, dude, gonna bump him. Gonna bump draft for the guys in front using the advanced strats there. Now coming up to, well, you'll see where we are in a second. First the left-hander, and now down to La Source. Gonna brake as late as I dare to. Gonna wreck about here. Brakes aren't great in this, of course. 19 comes up the inside. Can we try and switch back on the throttle nice and early? Big kick of oversteer. Nice, back through. You can see the cars snake down in front of us now and back up the hill again. That's one lap completed. 3 to go around here. Long lap time at Historic Spa. First time tackling Eau Rouge at full speed. Aim for the wall almost, but don't touch it. Try and get to the inside. Deal with the oversteer and understeer as it comes to you. There's a bit of oversteer there. And past the 6. Nice, good run up through there. Now, the car, the DBR1. This is a very cool car to have in any sim and in Project Cars. I mean, it's, again, I can't say enough good things about the car list in Project Cars too. How does it handle? You can probably see for yourself. There is quite a bit of sliding going on here, as you would expect from this car. 30 car a bit slow on the inside there. It's not quite up there with some of the old historic content in RF2, I'd say. Which seems to be the story so far of Project Cars, is that it's good, but it's not the best. But it's still definitely very drivable and very fun. I think it's a decent representation of what this car was like. Again, I think we maybe have a little bit too much grip in some of these corners, especially coming through this long right-hander here. You'll see me sort of be able to go through there pretty damn quick. But it's, like I said, still a decent representation. Same with Historic Spa as well. I'm not quite sure how this circuit looks. Of course, it's impossible to go and scan this now because it doesn't exist anymore. But it's really cool to have Historic Spa back in another sim other than RF2. It was in GP Grand Prix Legends as well, I believe, back in the day as well. So, oh no! Just a kiss of the barrier there. Just a wall tap, bro. In reality, that would be probably a broken suspension and a very bruised ego and probably a broken spine. Luckily, only a broken rib for me. Again, now slipstream. Bit too far back to benefit from it. Flat shift into 5th gear, trying to get as much speed as possible. Guy behind has a nice run on me. I'm going to keep the inside line. He's going to try and come back through to the right. There he is, number 6 car again. Go over, get into that slipstream. I love looking at this big wooden steering wheel in front of me. So through there. Oh, guy behind, way onto me. I always take 4 through there. Oh, Christ, big cloud of smoke in front as well. Scary, 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 scary. Oh, God, I've just killed someone. Oh, wow, okay, that was a big contact with the car in front. Of course, that would have been game over for us if my damage was on. Damage is off, as it always is in these videos, so I can get through the race. But I had no chance of avoiding that at all. Probably should have slowed down given the smoke, but that guy is dead. So GG him. But now through Stavelo again. We're probably the world's most dented DBL1 at this point. Don't want to imagine how much this field would be worth today if all these were genuine. Loads of money. 18 car on the inside there. We're going to just go around the outside, carry the momentum out of Stavelo, which is good. Again, take that 5th gear, try and use that torque. Torque seems to be our best bet for a lot of this right now. You might see that the sky is starting to cloud over a bit. I'll have to keep an eye on that. It's a 4-lap race here, so we're not quite halfway through yet. Again, just using the grass a little bit to help the car turn. In between 4th and 5th here, going to keep it in 5th again, use the torque. It seems to be helping. We are catching the guys in front. Oh! Fun through there. Oh, I have to get on the brakes. I can't go left there. There's a 19 car. I was right on the outside. If I pulled to the left, I would have just swiped him. 3 car really slowing us up there. Punch the mic because obviously I can't see the mic in VR, but we'll take 5th gear again, coming up to Blanchimont, keeping an eye on that very small little mirror I've got there just to see where the AI cars are. Even these historic things, I like to just chuck it up the inside and hope for the best. 4th gear, oh, a bit quick through there. Contact! Contact! Oh, ho, ho, ho. And I think we're seeing a few spits of rain, ladies and gentlemen. Luckily, we have bias ply tyres, so while they take a while to warm up, they're pretty much all-weather tyres. So, we won't have to pit at all, but scary stuff regardless. down to the source. Rain starting to become a bit more intense, waiting for the punt to come on the inside. Doesn't come. Understeer all the way through that corner. Very weird through there. Another lap completed. Now we have the new challenge of coming through here with rain. You see the leaders making their way up through a rouge. We aren't too far off them actually. Oh, third gear, trying to just... Oh, getting a bit slippy through there already. Really interested to see how this will affect the track. Again, stuck up behind this 19 car. I'm going to pull to the left. No, he's going to come that way. I'm going to put a bit of contact there. Not quite sure how big my car is. I'm just getting up to check. Oh, yeah, is it still there? Yeah, of course, in real life, I'll just be buffeted by air doing that. Car going to the inside. It's a free. Oh, he comes across. Bit of contact. Very aggressive free. They're having to go down into third now into second gear. Thought backwards they come. Right, that free isn't there anymore. Okay, good. 19 car had a better run out of there. Now starting to pull away a bit. Got to try and pull him back in again. You can see the water now starting to stream off the I guess windscreen, to be a very kind for a word for it. Off the visor screen almost. Guy coming up on the inside now. Third gear through here. Sorry, fourth gear. Even he's still there. It's 25 just slots through on the inside. Oh, guy behind me, a bit of contact as well. Oh, I want to just go around the outside here, but you can't because you run out of space very quickly. See, understeering 25 to the left. He's going to come back. Oh, big slide through there. Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Okay, good. Just about through there, and I expect a bit more of a slide than that when pitching the car in so violently. Again, it's a decent representation. It isn't 100% what I would like, but it's still better than nothing. The rain starting to really come down now, although the sky looks still strangely quite blue. Here comes that 25 car. Oh, into the grass. Still side by side, still just at his quarter. Just, come on. Slows down a bit for the left. Pitch it in. Ah, he's just better through there than I am. Starting to hear the water now. Fifth gear. I wonder how Stavro's going to be with this track getting even wetter. Of course, we are on the press version, so this isn't the finished version of transitional weather. But it's still a lot of fun to try. Ow! Oh, contact again, the free! Absolute death wish, that guy. Comes flying through on the inside. Bit of contact for good measure. On the front, I'm just full throttle right now. You can hear the tyres struggling for grip. Free! Almost hits the 25 in front. I'm going to try and go to the outside here. Not much room. Carry momentum while we're on the grass. Still on the grass. Get back on, Jimmy. Oh my god, we made up a place and we're still alive. Jesus. Oh no, Smigger's still alive. Don't go in the ditch, Jimmy. There's that big ditch on the left there, just waiting to claim me up to fifth gear again. They'll just hug the inside line. Rain still coming down. 25 just drives round the outside of me there. See where I wish I had an umbrella at this point. It's starting to get a bit darker now. Okay, right, we're through again. Just chopping and changing with this fella in the blue car. Using a bit of the inside there to help the car turn. I really love doing that. It's really fun. I mean, it'd be quite scary in real life, but it's fun to do in the sim. I just haven't got the grunt of the hill, it seems to me. My foot is absolutely planted to the floor. That 25 is just hurtling past me. I guess the sit screen comes into play. I'm going to do the same now. I'm just stuck in behind him. Get a nice little toe up towards Blanchimont. So I can see my mirror, car gaining. Ah, there he is! Contact! And he's in the barrier. No, he's still going. That was scary. Distracted now. Oh, wow. Rain is now really starting to come down. Track seems to still remain dry, though, at this point. And the actual grip of the car isn't too bad. It still feels like a semi-dry. There's a bit of a slide there, actually, but going down to the source now. We're getting blue flag for some reason. First gear. Understeer, understeer, understeer. Last lap then. Let's try and get past this 25 car before going through a rouge. There's a barrier there! Oh god! Got a little bit of a cold shiver there as I nearly killed myself on that barrier. And that would have been death. Third gear. Come on, Hill, you can do it. Going to just try and straight line it. Take the sort of modern line through there. Car really wanting to break loose at the rear over there, but we're good. Right, a bit of a gap forming behind us now. Let's just look forward. Starting to get a bit rainy, a bit hazy up in front now. What you expect from the rain, it starts to get even heavier, it feels like anyway. Just aiming for this guy in front now. See if we can do a decent lap in the wet. Oh, understeering a lot there on throttle. Just drive it to the outside, just drive it to that wall a little bit. Guys in the crowd still in shorts and t-shirts, don't give no shit about the rain. That's a proper Spa crowd right there. Again, uses little curb on the inside just to hook the car in. Can I catch this guy before the end of the race? I don't know. In 5th gear, and we'll go down. So I'm going to try 5th through here. I'm just right to the inside. Lots of grip on the inside line here. You can see why the AI cars were getting past me. Now the understeer starting to kick in. They're going to keep it pinned in 5th, hope for the best. Oh, I'm starting to get a lot of haze now. Down to 4th gear. Oh, almost put a wheel in the ditch there, just trying to take a faster line through there. Oh, that's scary. Okay, we're good. Just about. Yes, we're good. Okay. Track is still quite dry at this point, it feels like, despite the rain. Either that or I have some very grippy tyres on the car. Come on, catch him. I'm just trying to get into the 6th stream. AI cars, I have a feeling they're a bit quicker than I am. Oh, now I can hear the rain. Now the circuit's getting wet. We've just crossed a threshold somewhere. So I'm going to actually be very careful coming into this left-hander. Oh, starting to skate a bit now. There you go. You can really start to see that wet weather coming into play. Car slow on the inside. Thanks to me. Thank you for the 5 car. Not a very smooth transition. The road just suddenly became wet. I have no idea what just bit coming down the Stavlo now. Going to be a bit easy. 4th gear, starting to get a bit of understeer. Back on the throttle though. Now bring it in nice and tight. And I'm going to just, yeah, baby the throttle a bit. There you go, full throttle. Yeah, a little bit slippy. Having to be a little bit more patient on the turn in there, but otherwise it isn't too bad. Checking my mirrors, because I can just about see a car behind me, so I am not free from attack. Need to be looking ahead though. These guys seem to be fighting a bit, which could mean a chance for me to maybe sneak in, take another place or two. Can we go flat through here? Yes, we can, surprisingly. Back down to 4th though. Going front slow, we could maybe make another place here. Coming at last in number 19, so to 33, I'm going to take both of them. 33 comes across. Forced to stay tight there, but we're okay. Now the 7 in front. Come on, one more place. Again, just flat shifting into 5th gear. You can hear the revs rise for a second as I do that. Flat shifting is when you use the clutch to change gear, but you don't take your foot off the throttle. Originally a drag racing technique, I think. Can use it in cars sometimes. All the understeer through there. I get contact from behind again. AI determined to end me through there. Oh, a bit of a slide. Around the outside of the 7. On the grass. Still on the grass. I think we're through. Come on, Jimmy. Look ahead. Don't look behind. Got to slow down a bit though. Oh, he goes up the inside the 7. No! Now, as you can probably guess, the game crashed, which is a big shame because that was shaping up to be a very fun finish, and otherwise, you know, we were literally a corner from the end. So these things happen though, and unfortunately I've had a couple of crashes trying to record that video, so I thought what I would do to make up for it is drive a lap of historic Spa in the snow, something I haven't done yet, in a Ford GT40 Mark IV. It's going to be silly. Let's try it out. Right, so just making our way out the pit lane, on the auto pit lane right now. All I can see in front of me is haze and snow. I have no idea how it's going to go. Manual control, so here we are then, coming out the pits, of course. No traction control, no ABS. Softly out of here. Nice and soft. There ain't much grip here. Still up to 3rd gear already though. Car is very skatey at the front, although already being up to some good speed. 4th gear up old Camel now. Gonna pull to the left here. This is literally my first lap out of the pits as well, so not quite sure what to expect here. Actually quite a lot of grip. Bit more than I expected, if I'm honest. Or we're setting that big slide now into the left-hander. Kicking it oversteer there. Bit of project cars drifting for you guys. Up to the very long 4th gear. Throw it into the left here. Just catch the grass on the inside. Just about managed to keep it there. Can't see very far ahead of me at all at this point. Now I'm going to brake down. I'm going to put it in 3rd gear through here. Heel and toe on the way down. Softly back on the throttle. Try and just bring it to the inside here. I'm not quite sure what I can get on the throttle here. Car starting to skate a little bit. No, we're good. Just straddling this curb on the inside. Back on the throttle. Oh no, over the kink. Oh, just a wall tap, bro. Just an ego tap, bro. Okay, we're good. Just about. Just about. Right on the throttle. Up into 4th gear. Again, surprising amount of grip here. This thing's got a top speed of somewhere over 200 miles per hour. Only a 4-speed this. So I'm going to wager we're getting quite close to that limiter now. Just try and look ahead for this next left. Hit the brakes. Slide it in. Oh, big slide. They're very catchable though. I'll say that. And now downhill to Stavlo. Just completely blind. If I didn't know the corner was there, I'd probably miss it. Getting right up to the top of the RPM here. Nearly 7,000 RPM coming down to Stavlo. Oh, hit the brakes. Understeer, understeer, understeer. Just about managed to keep that there. No idea how. I fully expected to go into that wall there. Car gripping a little bit too much towards the end. Slide out. Nearly hit the wall there on the exit, but we're good. No more wall tap bros for us. Up to 4th gear again. So weird seeing the snow just coming at me in the VR. Very weird. I expect to sort of be cold, but I'm not at this point. Well, I am feeling actually a little bit chilly compared to when I was driving in the sun earlier on anyway. I didn't want to say it because every time I said I feel warm in VR, it's when the sun's actually on me in real life, so I didn't want that to happen today. Oh, big cut there, Jimmy. Oh, big lock at the wheel. Just for shiggles. Windscreen wiper working overtime as we come up now towards Blanchimont. Can't quite see where I am on track, hence why I'm sort of straddling the circuit a little bit, sort of just going to slide, weaving a little. Gonna go down to 4th through this first bit and then 3rd for the second half. There's 3rd gear. Brake in. Oh, sideways, boys! Just about to keep that. Jesus Christ, no idea how I'm saving any of these. Pure magic is what I say. Down to 3rd gear now, coming up to the source. Gonna be a big braking zone for here. Hopefully the game won't crash again. 2nd. 1st. Look for the apex. There it is. Oh, understeer though. Absolutely no chance of making that. Smash the throttle. And there you go, guys. A lap of historic Spa in the snow in a Ford GT40 Mark IV. Bit too much grip for my liking, but still a hell of a lot of fun. So there we are as we look at our Fast Boy Mark IV GT40. Guys, if you enjoyed that video, make sure to hit that like button. If you really enjoyed it, hit subscribe to be notified of future videos. I'm sorry that we had the crash at the end of the race, but nothing I can do about that. As I said, it's happened a couple of times, so I didn't want to redo it again. But hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. Have an awesome day, guys. Take care. See you all next time.